Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another lesson with Joey on how to sell your merch online. And for today's lesson, we're actually going to talk about the importance of organization. I cannot say this enough, everyone. Organization is the make or break it for everyone in business, in social media, and merch. I don't care what it is. It's a life skill that you are in dire need of if you are not using it. And this is something that I came to learn only a few years ago, and I'm happy to share with you the ideas I came up with on how to organize myself, specifically with content. It's my theory that people in their phones already have 2 to 3 viral videos that they've never posted. They just don't know it's there. And so I came up with a way for you to find out what's there and to organize it and access it and post it. So let's get into it. So this is called the life cycle for content. I came up with it for artists, which is basically anyone who creates content. And this kind of talks about from start to finish where you start and where it ends and all the processes in between. So for now, it's the artist. Once you have the artist, he creates or they create what they create, right? Content. In my case, it's a WAV file. I'm a musician, and a WAV file can consist of like cover art and all the stuff that comes with creating music is what I consider the content here. And then next we have more content, right? We create more content with that first piece. So if we have like a piece of clothing or we have we have the product, anything you're using to really create more content can become videos, photos. In this instance, because it is a music file that has album art, like I've shown you in previous videos, it created merch from the cover art, geometric designs using the logos. That is what I'll do using album art. And then I'll also take the WAV files and the behind the scenes footage and interviews and performances and create like bonus content. That for me is what I call downloadable content. So from here are all the 5 different forms of content that I deal with in my day-to-day basis as an artist. But for you, it can be a little different. And that goes the same for everybody else. No one is the same. From here, when you have all the content you need, what do? We organize it. And where do we organize it? In the cloud. So I like to use Google Drive to organize all my content. In this instance, I went back and took all 20,000 pictures and videos from the last 10 years of everything I've been doing, and I organized it in this way. And in the way I organized it was actually through categories, and these categories are right here. Family, travel, work, clubs, parties, festivals, friends, selfies. These are just a couple of the categories I came up with. There was a couple more as I went in and discovered that there was a lot of something else and decided that was a category. And that's a part of the whole self-discovery of figuring out what's in your phone. From there, I did break it down into smaller categories. Like I made sure like by the date, where they are. This is the place, the people, the event. These are all smaller things that I would also categorize within these bigger folders if they had a lot of that, right? So I would make sure to put all the dates together, and then I'd put all those smaller categories together in those dates. You can come up with it along as you go along, and I usually base these things on if you have a lot of something, put it in a folder so that you know it's all there. Once everything's in its own folder and you've also named it, I've come up with kind of this naming system where I go year, month, category, which is these folders. Either the person or the event, just these smaller details would go here as a way of breaking up those file names and making it easier to search for things in the future. So now that everything's organized, we're going to talk about automation. That's right, automation, robots. It's kind of amazing once you have everything organized how easy it is to tell a robot where to find something and when to post it. And that is ultimately where you want to get. On top of just making old content, all the new content that you make because now you're super fast and good at it, you want to be able to quickly organize it and then quickly distribute it to all of your fans and customers and followers. And you do that using automation and tools. Otherwise, you're spending every single waking day and moment trying to post and create content, and that's just not efficient. So once you've kind of organized everything and you got it automated and set up and scheduled, now you're reaching social media. And for me, that kind of completes the life cycle of your content. And ultimately, I hope this helps you. It really helped me kind of focus on what I needed to do. And for a lot of my clients, this is the process I give them. When there's like, hey, I don't know how to start this process, I say, go to your phone, find everything that you've never posted that maybe you would, organize it, name it properly, and then schedule it to see how the world reacts. And in many instances, you'll be very surprised to see what people enjoy about you. All right. So I hope this really helps. Thank you for listening to this lesson. I hope you're having fun, and we'll see you in the next chapter.